afternoon, Pio Nation. I hope you're doing well. My name is Matt Williamson, and you are watching Marietta College Esports. We have Fortnite again! Woo! But yes, while our League of Legends team was playing against Trine, our Fortnite team has been competing in the NACE Starleague Fortnite Split 1 Open 2 competition. So the way it works is there's two splits. First split is the traditional Fortnite Battle Royale with building capability, and there are 3 opens for that. So last week our Pioneers did the first open, today they are doing the second open, and tomorrow they'll be doing the third open. Each of these opens has 4 games. The second split, which will be later on in October, will be one where you can't do any building. So it's just normal fire. Well, it's not really normal because that's kind of one of the newer features that they added to the game. So they got the lobby code for the 4th game, so we should be starting very soon. While we're waiting, let's take a look at who's going to be competing for the Pioneer Fortnite team. So we have here sophomore Nathan Long Tracks, and we also have freshman Ian Wanas, D-Dozer25, or D9 Dozer 25 technically, and of course our head coach Derek Games. But yes, there are 4 games to this, and we're already done 3 of the games during the League of Legends match. So just to give a recap of how the Pioneers have been doing so far, the way the scoring work, it's based on the number of kills or eliminations and where they finish in that round, and that adds up points. So in the first game, the Pioneers got 2 eliminations, and they finished 26. I don't know exactly how many teams were there. It's like 40-something. The second game, they got 5 eliminations, and they placed 13th. And then the third game, they got 1 elimination and placed around 21st. But all right, it looks like we are going to get things underway. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I have this set up properly. Let me see if this works. And I think we're getting just a little bit of lag here. Okay. Don't think that quite works. So we're just going to do it this way. There we go. So we're going to be able to see the perspective of both players here. So Trax is going to be on the left screen, and D9 Dozer is going to be on the right screen. So here we go, folks. So we will see where they're going to be dropping. I don't know a whole lot about Fortnite. I will say, though, I have played a couple of duos, and I may or may not have gotten some victory royales on duos. And it may have been because the other person carried me. Just saying. Alright, so they're dropping over by that giant crater, or maybe the town next to that crater. This initial part is always the tricky thing because it comes down to where a lot of people are, and are there enough drops and items for you, because if you go into a very crowded spot and you don't get items, you're going to get taken out very early. So you want to try to find a spot where you don't have a lot of competition, but you can still get some decent items to stay in the game. So notice that they're intentionally trying to find a spot where people are not landing. But it looks like there's going to be another team. So they're going to head over by these ruins. And actually, they kind of split. So we see Trax is over by that little island there, while D9 Dozer is in the... And we're going to see Trax with 1 elimination very early on, looking for a second, and gets a second. So already, Pioneers are up with 2 kills very early in this game. Every point matters. You get 1 point for every elimination. And then I think if you're in like the top 15th or so, don't quote me on it, but they'll get points for that as well. And we've already seen Traxxas get an epic gun. Just a nice start. And going to work on building up his shield, dropping that keg to get his shield back up. Remember, CD9 knows it does get a health pack, which is very helpful even in the early game. And Trax also gets actually, he's going to drop the health pack. He doesn't need it. D9 Dozer already has 3 of his own. And D9 Dozer may have spotted someone. So while they're collecting stuff, I do want to give a quick shout out to some of our supporters like HyperX Gaming with the peripherals they provided that our Fortnite team is actually using as we speak. So if you do want your own HyperX gear, you can go to hyperx.gg/MariettaES. That is capitalized, by the way. Okay, so they got just about a minute and a half before the storm starts to close in. So collecting more shields. Trax has some bandages. And D9 Dozer is going to be using that shield potion. I'm sure there's a specific name for it, but I can't remember off the top of my head. Things are coming out. I think they know someone's over by that hut. Yes, they do spot. You know, Dozer gets a couple hits. It looks like they're going to be heading. Surprisingly, they're going to be heading north. Maybe he's trying to surround that person or that team. I'm saying Trax is doing quite a bit of damage, already taking away their shield. But they're taking some hits themselves. So Trax actually lost all of his shield from that. You know, Dozer tries to land a hit, but is just not able to finish him off. Unfortunate. And they do find an epic shotgun. Getting a little bit of a spike here, but we should be back in just a second. There we go. And we actually see that there was a legendary weapon too. I guess they don't really need that epic gun, but they do take the legendary. And we do see that the Pioneers are going to try to find another spot. It looks like they're going to maybe head towards that very nice building right there. Looks like a little mini resort. Looks like it's still pretty clear. Gets an epic sniper rifle. Check if anyone's by the island. Doesn't see anyone there. The storm is starting to close in, although they are in a safe spot. At least with respect to the storm. Check to see if anyone's in the box, and nothing was in the box. They'll head back to those ruins there. I think they're going to actually make their way over to that island. I mean, although they are safe from the storm, it is going to close in eventually, so they're gonna have to probably move towards the middle of the map. So now they're going to start converging towards the middle of the map. I think they do spot someone by that little fort over there. Fires the shot, doesn't connect. Trax is still keeping an eye on where they're going. Not going to be able to find him. Dozer, meanwhile, is going to be checking. Okay, so Storm's going to be closing in about a minute 50. They are just outside of the safe zone. They'll eventually have to move, but they don't necessarily have to move right now. They're going to see if anyone's going to be working their way towards the safe zone soon. Okay, I guess they had a bounty where they had to keep Trax alive, and they were able to do so. I don't know what that gets them, but they got it. You see some gunfire, and Trax is taking some shots. Still has some shield, though. Dozer does a bit of damage onto the person. Trax is looking to try to finish him off, building up, get the tactical advantage. Tries to use the shotgun. A lot of damage. Does get knocked down. Not able to finish him off just yet. And he does get elimination. Actually gets credit for 2. That's 4 eliminations right now for the Pioneers. Got a huge hit with that sniper rifle. We do see the storm cloud is going to start closing in, but Marietta is in the same spot. And I'm going to try to grab some items around. And another legendary. Things you love to see, but even though you don't use it. What's interesting is they're actually in a really good spot because the entire zone is kind of near where they're at. So they're in a very ideal spot. We see Dozers trying to get some damage up and going to be doing a lot of trying to destroy as much of the property as possible. I'm going to check the crate for stuff. And Trax is looking to try to get, and his shot not going to get connect just yet. Gets a huge hit on, but just doing shield damage, trying to see if he can pin them down. That's why the shot doesn't get it. Fires again, still doesn't connect. But now we're going to see the storm's going to be closing in about a minute, and they're going to have to move. They're not going to be able to stay too long. Trax was just trying to see if anyone was up there while that area was being taken out, but not going to find anyone. They got about 35 seconds before the storm starts closing in. They'll spot someone over by the shore over there. So they're going to have to keep moving towards that safe spot, which is going to be a little tricky because there's still like 32, 31 players left. So they're all going to be converging into that small spot. So it's very well likely that people are going to be around the borders looking for people trying to get into the safe zone. So they're going to be very careful with how they enter. And they're already sensing some gunfire near them. And he does see a hit, does take one hit, but only loses just a little bit of his shield. And it looks like there was an unfortunate lag spike. And he does get knocked down. Trax is going to try to get himself healed up. But he's got to hide in a brush before he gets eliminated. And Trax is going to try to take him out before his teammate goes down. But unfortunately, they do get taken out and place 16th. And that was, yeah, that looked like it was because of a lag spike. Which is very unfortunate. I don't know if it was game related or facility related. But yeah, that is going to be it for us with this. So that, yeah. So that will be the competition. Unfortunately, Pioneers did go down, but they did finish 16th, which is a good spot. I don't remember if that's enough to get placement points, but with the 4 eliminations, that will also help up their score. Now, if you thought, man, that was a really small Fortnite stream, I would love to see more Fortnite. Well, I have some good news for you. So tomorrow we will be able to stream all 4 games of the third open for this split. So that will be coming at you at 3 o'clock Eastern time. So definitely come back tomorrow if you want to see more Fortnite. So I think that's going to be it for today. So thank you all for watching. For all the latest updates with what's going on with Marietta College Esports, please be sure to follow us here on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Thank you for the follows and subs. Shoutouts again to HyperX for the peripherals and Over the Moon Pizza for their